Hello,
Welcome.
everybody.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome,
Good
welcome.
evening. This is our live.
Welcome, everybody. I'm just trying to check if we are actually live on
Yep.
Facebook,
Good morning to other parts of
which
the world.
we
We
are.
are going live
Perfect.
globally. Our
Mhm.
business is global, so the audience is global. Okay,
Okay.
nice one.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we
good.
are so happy because we're able to do this earlier today.
Yes.
And yeah, no, it's a hot day still here in Alberta. We
Yeah.
are extremely grateful for the hot day. I cannot complain
Yeah.
because it's better actually to have a hot day than have a lot of smoke, like a smoke day, right?
Smoky day.
Smoky day. So uh,
Yeah.
it is a
Yep. So it's
it is still a good
great
summer.
weather. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
a great
And
weather.
what do you expect for July and August, right?
Yeah, it's
It's the
summer.
summer, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I guess make the most of it.
mhm.
Um, Try to
Hydrate,
hydrate, drink lots of
drink
water,
lots of water, right? If you're gonna
and don't
hike
stay
in the
out
morning.
too long in the sun.
Mhm.
Put your sunscreen on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So we're here on our 59th day of the 90-day challenge. We were
Yes.
so behind from our team,
Yes.
but we're
Yeah.
still
Everyone
continuing.
is at their
70s,
seventies,
80s, I think they're almost
70.
done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, for those of you who are just watching right now and doesn't know who we are and you're just tuning in right now, my name is Lee J.
And I'm Melissa.
And what do we do?
And we run this online business together as a
Mhm.
husband and wife, and we help teach families start an online business
Mhm.
by providing them the tools, strategies, the system, and pretty much everything that you need to get started.
That's right. So, that being said, today is Thursday, and there's going to be a webinar, or a webinar already started at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So they're in the middle of it right now. For those of you who wants to watch live, you missed it. You can always watch the recording, right? And the
Yeah.
best way to get started on that is through our website, right? Or reach out to us. So we'll send you the link to the sign up um,
Yeah.
portion, right? But you can check us out at
Legion.
leejamelissa.com.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for those who are recently inquiring. And yes, it is true, right, that people actually make considerable amount online, and they can do it from right from their kitchen table
Yeah.
or right from their living room
Yeah.
or wherever they are in the world,
When they're
right?
traveling, they can do that as
Mm.
well.
And it's interesting because when I first get into this, when I first got into this, I was highly
Highly skeptical.
skeptical.
Mhm.
Um, in fact, I refunded
Twice.
twice, right? Because I wasn't really comfortable if this is something that I really want to
Yeah.
do, right?
Yeah, earning online is such a new thing, right? I think until now it's still pretty new, and not everyone is accepting the fact that there is an opportunity out there
Mm-hmm.
that could give you income online. And it's understandable because I was there too. I was really skeptical. Even though Lee J started the business already a year later, I saw it. That's when I saw how powerful the system is,
Mm-hmm.
and that there it is a legitimate system where everyone starts out in the beginning, right? And you can see the growth of everyone in the community
Mm-hmm.
from start to finish, right? So no matter how long you are in the business, there is an opportunity for you to be successful in the business.
The
Yeah.
good thing about it, guys, is that like we said on the title right there, no one starts out great, right? Everybody has to start from the scratch or from the
Yes.
basics, and I think that's one of the a reassurance from the system saying that, any of these people that you see that's making, really considerable amount of money
Yes.
online, every one of them is also in your position right now,
Yeah.
meaning they've also been skeptical. They've also been, searching and looking for the perfect opportunity to invest their time and effort and money into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows, people that's actually watching us right now, they know that this is about building a business. This is about
Mm-hmm.
starting a business. And
Yes.
I think um, when you are talking about actually starting a business online, it's mortifying for people,
Yes. Yeah.
because a lot of people are getting scammed online, right? A lot
Yeah.
of people are getting into bad deals,
Yeah.
and sometimes the trust factor is one of the most difficult thing to capture, right?
Mm-hmm.
um,
Okay.
okay.
Sounds good. Okay. Sounds good, baby.
And the thing with that is that when you have an organization, right, or a
Mm-hmm.
community of trustworthy individuals,
Yes.
that's where things actually make a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, uh, but then again, when you come into this to these communities,
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot of these checks flashing out, right?
Yeah,
Like
like they
um,
post paydays,
paydays,
know.
and you'd think like this, it's
Is it
actually it's
really
illegitimate,
possible?
right? Like there's no way for them to make that much money, right? Because in our head, in our little bubble, we've only made so much money in a year that some people can actually just do it in 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for us, that doesn't make sense. The paradigm shift doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Even for myself, I'm looking
Yeah.
at people. I'm like, what? They made it in 2 weeks, right? A 1 day
Yeah.
deposit.
What, one
Um,
month pay with six figures? Like
mhm.
it's. Mhm.
Until I've actually experienced it, right? Like when
Yes.
there was a time when we actually got home from a trip, from a vacation, and we received, a stack of payday checks, right? And
Mm-hmm.
when we were depositing it, that's where it's like, it's actually happening, right? I
Yes.
think that's one of the tipping point for us to really focus on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there's actually results coming in, and not only that, it's because there's a lot of people that believed in it,
Yes.
and when they were looking at us, they're like, okay, I think we can do that too, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
Ligia and Melissa can do it, right?
Yes.
And they're honest people, right? Or for at least for what I think I am, right? Or we are.
Yeah.
Um, maybe I could do this too, right? And
Yes.
so when people reach out to us, we really show everything to them. We tell them exactly, what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sugar coating on this. There's no,
Yes.
like making flowery words. Although, yes, you can see some of the results that are unbelievable in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But once you understood the system, it's totally possible, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. That's right.
And the best way to get started on this is because we didn't start this way too, right? So Mel
Mm-hmm.
actually was starting an online business, a course development
Yeah.
business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her entire goal, what's your goal at that time?
I just really want to set up a system, a business that is online,
Mm.
right? That we could, because online businesses are starting up at that time, and it's the fact that you can take it anywhere you go. It can run in the background, the automation part. I really love the part where even you wake up in the morning and you get results, and so that is a time when I really was looking for an online business. But when I saw the business that Lee J is doing, I was really skeptical because I didn't understand it in the beginning, right? I didn't. I just had my assumptions, right? Because I felt like I've done this sort of businesses before,
Mhm.
and I didn't like it.
Right.
And I kind of compared those other businesses with this business. I didn't realize that it's completely different. Um, the online business, the one thing that is different in here that I really love is you don't have to do any selling.
Mhm.
There is no selling involved. The system in itself does the selling for you, um, right? Because it just runs in the background. It's automation. It has email marketing set up. It has a whole admin system that lists up all your customers, all your leads, right?
It's truly
It's
a package, right? It's a system.
yeah.
And the good thing about it is that not all of us are attracted to all of the people, right? So, I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
always going to be a particular niche for you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the language you speak, right? Or it's where you're
Mm-hmm.
from, your ethnicity, right?
Mm-hmm.
The values that you have, or the religion that you have.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those factors really comes into to different niches, right? To different market segments. And when I look at that, I said that, maybe that is it. Maybe we are attracted to the people that also have kids, right? That's also in
Mm-hmm.
the same faith as we are from, right? Or the same country that we're from. And I think that's the biggest component of the online business that I really really love, because you get to hang out with like-minded individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it really helped us in a way that really opened up our mind globally as well,
Mm-hmm.
because we literally have business partners all the way across the
Yes.
Atlantic and
Yeah.
all the way across the
Yeah.
Pacific, right? So in the in the Australian region, in the Europe region,
Yeah.
and North American region, Asian region,
Yes.
we have business partners all over the
Yeah.
globe. Um,
Like you can really feel that everybody has a place in it.
mhm.
It's not just for specific people. When you look at our community, there are different, demographics in
Mm,
the community who they speak different languages and they speak their languages.
mhm.
And even though you don't understand the language, right, like what they're saying,
Yeah.
you still get inspired because their results, what kind of results they
Mhm.
had, and what they did in order to get through there.
And the people that's involved to this, guys, they're not rocket scientists or really intelligent human beings, right? That actually runs an online business.
Yeah.
They're regular people,
Yes,
right?
they're
Like you
regular
and I.
people.
They work in construction. They work in
Mm-hmm.
healthcare. They work
Mm-hmm.
in in fast food areas or hotels as a cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them doesn't even have experience running a business, or
Yeah.
have no very little technical skills in the
Yeah.
computer, but they're able to do this because they're willing to learn, right?
Yes.
They have this work ethic, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
already with them. And the only way to get started on this really is to do the step-by-step process. How to get started on
Mm-hmm.
this, right? Watch the webinar, right? That's the number
Yes.
one thing. Sign
Yeah.
up for that webinar. It's an online webinar,
Yes.
live webinar, right? It's
Yeah.
about 90 minutes, so there's a lot of information there. So grab a piece of paper, your pen, your favorite
Mm-hmm.
drink, maybe a beer, or
Mm-hmm.
a glass of wine or soda or whatever, right? Or tea, coffee,
Yeah.
whatever you are. So whatever your drive is, and enjoy it. Enjoy the information session.
Yes.
Jot down, information there, and if you've connected to a particular human being there, jot down their name. Search them up online on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You can see them on Facebook. In fact,
Yes.
all of our business partners, all of the people that actually work with this system, has a Facebook account. It just doesn't make sense not to have a Facebook account, right? Because Facebook's still the largest social media platform that we utilize in order for us to make money online, right?
Yes.
Bar none, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so jot down the names, right? And then maybe take a look at if they are real people.
Yeah, do some
Right?
research,
We're real
right?
people. Like, you can literally pinch me, right? I can call you right now, have a video call. I'm not an AI. I'm not a robot. Um, so these are the things that I usually tell people that are inquiring, right? They
Mhm.
say, you know what? How can I do this business if I don't know how to talk like you, right?
Yeah.
And
I don't talk like DJ.
right?
um,
But the
and
thing is that you don't need to be though,
you don't
right? You
have to
don't have
talk
to.
a
Yeah.
certain way. You could just, in all honesty, like the people who are really successful in the business are those who show up truly as themselves.
Hmm.
They communicate in their language. They, they don't pretend like they're somebody else. They just really just show up
They
as themselves.
embrace who they
Hmm.
are. If you're a Filipino, right?
Yeah.
Embrace being a Filipino. If you
Yes.
know, if in Philippines we speak 72 dialects,
Hmm.
right? And if you speak one of those dialects, speak it up, right? It's okay.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
the important thing is that you're relaying the message, right?
Yeah.
The thing with the online business as well is that everybody starts from the webinar. Everybody starts from scratch.
Hmm.
They start from researching
Yes.
what it is they're trying to get into, and and I love those kind of individuals that are doing the
Hmm.
research. Some of our business partners watch this webinar maybe 3 times, 5 times, right, 10 times,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, trying to see if this is something for them.
Hmm.
Perfect. We'd love to work with those kind of individuals, anyways, right?
Hmm.
Because we know that they're serious about changing their lives. They are serious of learning, of opening themselves up, and
Hmm.
absorbing whatever skill, right, they want to learn in order to help them with whatever goal they have.
Hmm.
And you cannot take that away from people, especially if people are fed up. If you're fed up, waking up every single morning on an alarm clock, going to
Hmm.
the job that you hate, right?
Hmm.
Dealing with the boss that doesn't really, help you, or doesn't increase your value.
Hmm.
Um, so why not take a look at a different option, right? Maybe take a look
Hmm.
at a program like this.
Hmm.
If you are also in business already and you feel like your business is not for you anymore, or you lost your passion as a business owner in your
Hmm.
particular field, maybe take a look at this, right?
Hmm.
Because sometimes business owners, and I know that I've had business, we've had businesses in the past, and even though it's a good money, right, it's good income, but we take away 90%, 95% of our time from our kids, and
Yes.
I think that is probably one of the worst things, right, that
Yeah.
we've experienced
Like you
before,
have to be there in order to earn income.
right?
Like you have to be present.
You have to be present. Yeah.
There's no automation, no um, residual income, like passive income,
Yeah.
right? That comes from the businesses that we've done in the past.
There are times where other people, they buy their business, right? I was just talking to a
Mm-hmm.
lady the other day, and she said she spent over $10,000 on a cleaning um,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning
Equipment.
not equipments,
Oh,
cleaning contracts.
oh
And
yes.
then she said that okay, I paid $10,000 for cleaning contracts, but the company that I paid for, right, only gave me $3,000 per month worth of cleaning contracts,
Yeah.
and I can't even fulfill that because I don't have any staff. My husband and I are still going to that cleaning gigs, right? But think about it, guys. Think about it. $3,000 is $30,000 a year, but you're
Mm-hmm.
still the one getting up early in the morning or late at night to go to that cleaning
Mm,
job,
yeah.
right? And I have nothing against cleaning companies and how they do their business,
Yeah.
um, but maybe there's another option, right?
Yeah.
Maybe having another skill in online marketing is a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
so that even though you spend that much money in capital, you're still able to, at least you're
Mm-hmm.
not tired every night, or you're not physically or mentally exhausted,
Yeah.
right? And that you can actually handle your own finances, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of these things comes down to to our topic tonight, right? Which is nobody really starts great,
Yes.
right? None of us started great, and it's just a natural progression for people to be great at what they do, especially if they love what they do and they do it often, right? And they are open to learn, right?
Mhm.
And so if you are those three things, right? If you love, social media as well, right? I mean, you're not going to be a scroller anymore, but you're going to be a content creator of social
Mhm.
media, or or maybe if you know, or maybe if you are really sick and tired of the industry that you're in, and you just wanted to invest on something else, learn something else. When I say invest, guys, it's not just about investing money, right? It's actually investing time and effort, right?
Mhm.
Because money isn't about everything. Money, you can find it somewhere else. Financing, capital,
Mhm.
investing, all these things, you can get it from the banks. You can get it from your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
You can get it somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies that will give you the financing.
Mhm.
But what I mean by investing is investing in yourself, right? Investing within you, right? Really changing that
Mhm.
paradigm shift that it's
Mhm.
possible to earn online, 5 figures, 6 figures on a monthly basis online. And I think that's
Mhm.
one of the biggest paradigm shift that I couldn't switch uh, until very recently,
Yeah.
because I believe in the traditional business.
Mhm.
I believe in working really hard. I
Yeah.
believe in showing up every day on a punch card, right?
Mhm.
And I put in my good time and good work, um, and that's just it. Those are limiting beliefs, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's actually an entire industry that allows you to work maybe 1 2 hours a day,
Mhm.
right? And you're able to generate as much income as you would working full time
Mhm.
for a year in just a short period of time, right?
Mhm.
So you know this kind of conversation like this doesn't happen in on day one.
Yes.
uh, I don't know any of this until I've actually got
Mhm.
involved in our community,
Mhm.
in our in the masterminds, right, that we have,
Yeah.
when we start listening to people that actually made
Yeah.
it. That's where we saw the power of this system,
Yeah.
right? um,
Yes.
and so, if you are also considering this, right? If
Mhm.
you're considering this, the best way to reach out to us is online on our Facebook, or visit us at lijaymelissa.com. All right.
Yes. See you. Take care.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye bye.